In our chamber we have 2,500 companies from different sectors and from all regions of Latvia.
Mm-hmm. And how do you support them?
We have three main working branches, I would say. The first and at some point very important is the representation of their interests at the government level. And the second one is to help them export more and access external markets. And the third part is to help companies increase their competitiveness, to upskill their employees and raise their general competitiveness and open new business perspectives.
Mm-hmm. And what is the feedback that you get from your chamber members on the specific topic of cybercrime? That's what we're here to discuss today.
Yeah, this is of course a little bit maybe not the main topic in our agenda. I think it's something quite not new for IT companies and IT security companies, but a little bit more new for general business. And this has started to be more actual for them because of new data protection regulations introduced by European Commission. And so the questions are arising a lot, and what we see that the companies are not ready for this regulation, and there will probably be some difficulties with the time.
Have you seen a change in the amount of attacks that companies in your chamber have experienced?
It's very hard to comment on this. I have to say that. We see that we receive more and more questions related to this data protection regulation, and we see that if before, when we were like saying something like that will be, please prepare, no one was like, okay, we don't understand, we don't want to maybe get involved in this. Now when the regulation has introduced and adopted, companies are more interested to protect themselves and their data, because they understand that if they don't, except from cybercrime that is happening and probably happened before, they are more afraid from regulatory and legal issues that follows if they can't protect data they have.
Mm-hmm. And could you say how many of the participants in your chamber you have already have the data protection set up? Or is there still a big percentage of companies that are trying to get it done?
I think they have very simple procedures in place, most of companies, but I don't think that they are like really ready for cyber attacks if something like that happens. And that we see during the national elections, one of our platforms, our companies, not companies, but social networks, which is Latvian-based and Latvian-created, was attacked. And they, of course, closed everything, and they need to be ready for that. Mm-hmm. But I think the smaller companies, maybe they sometimes even doesn't see that something is happening there. And they lose the data, they don't know that they are losing them. That's a problem, probably.
How was the reaction from the public on the data breach of the social network?
I think it happened on the day of elections. It was very, very, very open described from their side, from the government side, from the security institutions side. Everyone was working together. They solved everything very quickly, and it turned back on the normal work. But of course, everyone wasn't like thinking that it's something very unpredictable. Maybe because it happened on election day, so everyone was expecting that something can happen.
And do you think this event increased the awareness in general, even in the public, for being safer with their data, being more careful with their data?
It was said and repeated that you need to think about your data, you need to protect them, you have some rights, that the person as an individual have more rights now than before. That I think it was a great chance to explain again this data protection regulation for the government side, from the regulatory side, and they use it, of course. But it was all very linked together with the election. So maybe people didn't get the idea behind that with the data protection.
So they saw it more like a one-off event.
Yes, yes, to somehow create impact on elections and election results.
Do you have a special department within your chamber that looks at cybercrime, supporting your members, doing like trainings, or are you planning to do something like that?
We don't have a specific department. What we have created like small clusters of the companies who come together and discuss problems they experience, and one of them is very related, closely related to the IT and IT security issues. So they come together, they discuss problems, they discuss new regulations and rules, and they are representing chamber on that. And the other part is, of course, this competitiveness rising part we have at the chamber, where we organize a little different trainings and educational seminars and etc. And of course, this is another way we introducing our members with the newest and actual things that's happening.
And as a last comment, what would be your recommendation to new parties of your chamber? New members. No.
Yeah, yes, I think companies need to somehow more engage in cybersecurity issues. They need to understand more, and I see it from myself because it's very easy just to say we have an IT security officer in the office, so he is dealing with that. But actually, me as an individual, me with my phone, I'm actually breaching that security all the time. Because I'm using Wi-Fi, I turn on Bluetooth just to listen to music on my headphones, and this means that I'm open. So this is, and I think we don't think in that perspective, and I think I read somewhere that the biggest problem for the companies are their employees, who doesn't know all the details, who is just doing things as they used to do. So making this security situation more and more vulnerable for the companies in general.
I think that's a great ending comment. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.